So the car got broken into and they stole a bunch of stuff, like this laptop that I was supposed to review. Check out my last video because that's the review video. And my audio equipment as well, plus my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. It was a mess. So car's fixed and I got some replacement stuff here. Audio is king. That's how you get the most amount of views for your TikToks, YouTube videos, and all that good stuff. So what I have right here is an audio test because obviously with my stuff stolen, I needed to replace it. Recording right now is with the Sony RX100 Mark VII, so it's the camera. Then as a monitor, I actually am using the Sony Xperia Pro I. It's beautiful, like 4K OLED display, it's amazing. And then the audio is actually the Rode VideoMic GO II. So it's okay, it's a shotgun mic, but my RØDE Wireless GO was stolen. So this is the new RØDE Wireless GO II. It actually comes with not only the base that, you know, is the receiver, but it also has two transmitters. So say I have one and then somebody I'm interviewing or something has another, which is pretty darn cool. And this is the second generation of the RØDE Wireless GO. So I want to know how the quality is. Then we also have the Lavalier because they stole my Lavalier. And these aren't cheap, unfortunately. So the audio has been different between the RØDE Wireless GOs and the Lavalier that came with it. So I want to know if this is going to be different as well. So we're going to test that out. Then, in order to actually get the proper audio for certain interviews, when windy, you know, environments, they have this, which is pretty cool. Basically, it's just a stick. Yep. You stick on the RØDE Wireless GO, but then it has like the wind cushiony thing so you don't get all that windy environment, which is kind of nice. So I may not use the stick as often anymore since I have this. This is actually nice and cheap. I'll put links down below or in my bio and all that stuff for all this stuff. But then sometimes I just want to record using a cell phone, like whether it's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, S23 Ultra when I had it, but now S22 Ultra, or you know, whatever Samsung phone I'm using or whatever. This actually does work. This is the Apple USB-C to headphone jack adapter, and then you actually need this. So this is a TRS to TRRS cable, and it'll have like the gray side right here, you know, so that connects to the Apple thing. So yes, I do have two of these, which is very convenient. And then the black end right here, this will actually plug into something like this, the RØDE VideoMic or RØDE VideoMic GO II. So it's very convenient to have options when you're on the go because obviously audio is king. So I've talked enough. Let's get into testing some of this audio. So first up, let's do the unboxing for the RØDE Wireless GO IIs. And what we have here is a nifty little carrying case, it looks like. Velcro, just one single pocket. All right, not too bad. And then we have plenty of cables. Let's go ahead and take a look at this because cables are king with audio. So we do have your traditional audio cable right here, which is very good. Then we have a Type A to Type C cable, another Type A to Type C, and another Type A to Type C. So basically all of these are charged via USB-C. There's 3 devices here, and so that makes it convenient. And so it comes packaged like this. So we're gonna open it up, and some little whatever. So it comes with these, I don't know, dead cats. I don't know what people call them, but I call them dead cats. Basically the audio windshields, which is nice and convenient, definitely. Then we have this one here. So this is the receiver. It actually does have an LCD display screen. Very cool. Very similar to the RØDE Wireless GOs. The font is different and the buttons look a little different as well. And then the 2 transmitters for the RØDE Wireless GO IIs. All right. So these definitely look shinier, better quality, next generation. All right. So then we need to plug it into the Sony RX100 Mark VII, which will definitely be this cable right here, right? It comes with it, good to go. And then these we would actually place on whoever's going to be talking. After testing that, we're also going to test out the lavalier to see how this actually sounds. But first, we have these to pull off. Oh, that's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'm old. All right, so when you take these out the box, these are basically going to be dead. At least mine were. So you have to charge them for a little while. They actually charge very, very quickly, so don't even worry about that. They're USB-C. You can use the included cables, which I did, or you can just use USB-C to USB-C, perfectly fine. So what you'll do is see that there's a big old button on the top of the receiver here. So just hold that down. And then after about 2 seconds, if that, you'll see the LCD display screen turn on, and it'll give you all kinds of nifty information, like you can set the gain and all that stuff. Very nice. And then pick one of them, and you'll do the same thing here. Press the button on the bottom. Go ahead and turn it on. You'll see these blue lights come on right there. So one is showing that the battery is on, right? And the other one is showing that it's actually connected to the receiver. Transmitter, receiver. And this one, luckily I picked up the right one, is showing, I picked up the wrong one, it's showing number 2. Doesn't really matter, I mean, just as long as you know which one you have, but because I'm not saying ADD, but I want the right one. So this is number 1, I'm turning number 1 on, and see, 2 seconds, holding it down, and right away it connects to the receiver, which is so nice. So you can actually do a couple of things and make sure that you're not too low in terms of the gain or too hot. Like you want the green bar to be going, you know, to the edge of the green, maybe spiking somewhere in the yellow. That's perfectly fine. But you definitely want to stay away from the red. So let me plug this into my Sony RX100 Mark VII using the nice TRS to TRS cable, and we'll be good to go. Here we go. So now we're connected to the RØDE Wireless GO II, which is kind of cool. Now, again, there's 2 of them. This is number 1. I have number 2 right here, which is off, and it is connected to the Sony RX100 Mark VII. So this is kind of nice because it's basically saying it has a 3.5 millimeter TRS analog output, USB-C and iOS compatible digital audio output, 2.4 gigahertz digital transmission, up to 7 hours of battery life, which is pretty darn cool. So this thing is actually really nice, really secure. So if I go to CES or Computex, I'm definitely taking these because I've had very good success with the older model, and this is actually Gen 2. So let me know how this sounds. Now, the next step is, let's go ahead and stick it on this thing and see how this sounds. So this is called the RØDE Interview Go, and basically, it's what it seems like. It's basically a microphone for the RØDE Wireless GO setup. So what I'm going to do, sorry for any loud noise, I'm going to take this off, easily put it right here, bam, put this doohickey on here, and now this is Jeopardy. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was actually using this. This was actually pretty cool. Yeah, just random stick, and now I got a $20 stick. So yeah, the choice is yours. This is probably a little bit more official, but now I am kind of marketing RØDE, so I don't know if that matters to anybody, but for me, the stick actually, I don't know, stick around and find out. You might get it. And so the point of all of this is to really see how well this actually sounds. The Interview Go is comfortable in the hand. You do have to make sure that, you know, you're talking into it. And if you get further away, does this sound better? Does this sound worse? Does it sound really good and intimate when I have it really close to my mouth? So, you know, you tell me in the comments below how well this actually sounds. Now you, Jim. I like this thing. And now up next, we have the Lavalier Go. So we're going to plug this in to this device right here. I need a third hand to help me with this unboxing, so we're going to go back to this. So when you open up the Lavalier Go, you're actually going to find a very nice little pouch like this, all right? That's about it. So first we have these things, all right. And then, all right, this is it. So we have our lavalier mic. We actually have a little clip for the mic. And then the end part is the TRS that goes into this thing right here, the RØDE Wireless GO IIs. And so there's a number of ways that you can use this lapel mic. Now, one of the main ways I like to do is with this, I will actually just kind of slide it down the shirt. There we go. And plug it or clip it to my belt loop or something like that. Then just kind of allow the slack to slide through. And maybe have it down there. So, like this. Boom. Something simple, right? It doesn't have to be rocket science, but you know, something that looks pretty good. A lot of times I'll wear black shirts so that this is actually a little less apparent. They do have white ones, I believe, in case you're using a white shirt. So I do think Rode has these in white, which is pretty cool. It's good to have options. But overall, lapel mics, typically, in my opinion, don't sound as clear as just going directly with this. This can actually be kind of loud as well. So you have to adjust the gain on the receiver, as well as where you're actually pointing the microphone, because the microphone is right here. So you don't want it down, obviously. And having it up could be a little awkward depending on the type of clothing you're wearing. A lot of times sideways, like this, is the best and most practical. It's good to have options, and when I want to actually use a cell phone, that's where I'm going to use this device. Yes, it's the Apple USB-C to headphone jack adapter, and it just works. As long as you have the correct TRS, which is the black end here, to TRRS, which is the gray end, and you plug it directly into this Apple USB-C adapter, this will work very nicely with Samsung phones, and there's a list of other phones that they will work with. So for me, this was clutch because I had another one, which is supposed to be, you know, hey, top of the line and all that stuff, but it only came in mono. And so I bought another one, mono. This one by Apple, yeah, this is actually stereo, which is quite nice. So trial and error, that happens. These little black things are very nice as well. They easily clip on, just like that. Oops. These little black fuzzy things are actually kind of cool. They actually just slide right on the top here, just kind of spin it and turn, it locks in. So these are nice on kind of a windy day. You wouldn't have a need for these indoors. And same thing with this, you really don't have a need for this indoors unless you just have a lot of pops, kind of like a pop filter type of thing. So, you know, taste and preferences. So now we're back to just the Rode Wireless GO IIs. And overall, this should probably sound a little bit better. And now we're going to switch back to the Rode VideoMic GO II. And now we're back to the Rode VideoMic GO II. So this is definitely going to sound a bit different because the microphone is a good 5 feet away from me. And but overall, it's a good shotgun mic. When you have something like that, though, you're going to have a little bit of reverb, that basically the sound bouncing off the walls. I don't have a lot of padding on these walls around here, so yeah, it's happening. So overall, let me know your thoughts. Would you like more? The Rode VideoMic GO II, which is what I'm talking to right now. Then we have the Rode Wireless GO IIs, and then we have the Lavalier for the Rode Wireless GO IIs. Let me know which one sounds the best and why, which one sounds the worst and why. All right, so that's about it for this video. Let me know all that in the comments below. And of course, you can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and of course, TikTok and YouTube. All right, peace out. Thanks a lot.